go around on a podcast while I'm moving. But this time I decided, you know what? I'm dressed up for the occasion. Let's roll. So why not? First of all, I would like to say this as one thing. Guys, please understand the location of where you're going. Because Google Maps definitely can't. They'll get you there, but they know as well as you that the brand that you're going to is one of those places where it's like, what is this here? I went to this place and I was lost 4 times. Guys, positions will get you lost. What's this one doing? Why are you trying to race now? I'm not gonna race him. This thing shifts up quickly. But for the first time ever, 1M Coupe. Oh, that's a 1 Series with a 1M Coupe front end. I will go like this. I came here, it was load shedding. I'm gonna go home. Luckily, it's not load shedding. Load shedding only starts at 10 for us. But guys, let me explain something. Please, guys, please. If you're on the road, please be courteous. If you're on the road, please be courteous. And be on the road knowing that there are people who are idiots on the road. Drive with that knowledge that you know there are people who are idiots on the road. But with the confidence that they think you're the idiot on the road, where you can show them that you're not the idiot on the road. For example, I'm stuck in Midrand here. And let's not cab. I'm in stop and go traffic. Mostly because a guy is stopping and going. Watch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there you see. Now at least I've gotten something through. But yeah, man. How are people like this on the road? I just want to create a podcast now. Sambanani. I'm Thabi Hot, aka Thabi Hot Boy, aka the man who did car life. So, today I did a bit of a road test of a Suzuki Vitara Brezza based Toyota Urban Cruiser. So it's a Toyota Urban Cruiser, essentially. What it is a rebadged Suzuki Vitara Brezza, the baby brother to the normal Vitara, right? Which got me thinking. I looked at the price tag of that particular one, which was a top of the range 1.5 XR Auto. Let's not cap. 360 grand, unless I'm looking at something wrong, but 360,000 rand in South Africa is a lot of money. Ooh, an M4. It's a lot of money for new cars. Begs the question, why are cars costing so much nowadays? Because if you look at it, I mean, yeah, they're trying to be lighter, they're trying to be cheaper. But are they going to be cheaper if they cost about 360 grand? And what you get for that 360 grand was, essentially, you got a baby crossover. It came with an auto box. It was confusing whether or not it was a 4-wheel drive or a front-wheel drive, which most probably was a front-wheel drive. At that engine spec, it was only 1.5. Which, if I'm honest, isn't even a lot. This is a 1.6. And this cost around... you can find them now for like 250. Essentially, it's like that, right? Now, the problem with it is... you can't have a car that costs 350 grand. Now, it looks like that. And I'd say I'm one for like, okay, you can buy whatever car you want. But if you're looking at a car like that, bro, come on, there's so many more options. I'd look in a used market personally. Me personally, I'd look in a used market. I bet you I'd find much greater deals. I mean, imagine 360 grand. You know what you can find for that? I looked on Auto Trader right now. I could find a Scirocco R. Or I could find, and I'm not talking about the pre-facelift, I'm talking about the facelift. That's beautiful. You can buy one of those for that price. You can find a City Golf. Lol, I'm joking. Imagine I find a City Golf. I'm gag. You can find you a lot of cars for that price. Like imagine a whole 150 grand plus 200 grand. Essentially, I can find a used X5M. Which I would rather take a used X5M than that. Matter of fact, I'd even take a used CLS 63. Now, you're not going to be able to find the Gen 2 one, but you will be able to find like a Gen 1 CLS 63, which in my opinion is the best looking and it's the best one to get. The Gen 2 is cool. It's got a 5.5 twin turbo V8. But it is essentially a CLS. It's essentially not as good looking as the previous gen, in my opinion. And as a route for this podcast will go, my opinion will matter because think about it like this. I'm a car guy. And if I were to advise you guys to buy a car, I'd say buy something that you like. Buy something that, if you were to buy something that you'd be like, sheesh, man. Like, I want something that will... For me, I want a V8. I'd want a car that's probably got that... like that... Like, initially, if I'm given 350 grand, I have some choices. I can get a 650i Grand Coupe. I can get an X5M. I can get an F10 M5. I'm not sure if it'll be the best condition because it'll be from We Buy Cars, I bet. It'll serve me enough to get 360 grand. I can get an E9T or E9X M3 generation. I can get some nice cars for that. I can get some nice cars. It just depends on what you want. Oh, you can find a Suzuki Swift Sport. Those are crackers. I mean, Toyota hasn't rebadged it, so they're still pretty good. If they were to rebadge, what are they gonna call it? Okay, they've already got the Starlet. I'd say they're probably gonna call it the new Toyota Auris. And Suzuki Swift will be the new Toyota Auris. New Auris. It'd be like a GR Auris. Essentially, a rebadged Suzuki Swift Sport. I bet if they do that with a facelift, they're gonna do that 100%. Because it took the facelift Suzuki Baleno to be rebadged. This is a Toyota Starlet. Yo. I just realized why I took this route now. I'd say we're in the pits. I mean, I'm following a GLC behind with no plates. And usually it has a badge, but it doesn't. It has actually no plates. I'm surprised cops haven't stopped it yet. Oh, we're very in the pits here, yo. As a country, our stuff is going wrong. I mean, petrol is at 21 rand a liter. And now we just here. That polo was genius. Ish, you didn't see it, but I saw it. There's a polo that just went through, so then it went in this lane and then it turned right. So when I'm passing JMPD, these guys are not stopping. Oh, speaking of, there's another one. to make sure. I feel bad. How do guys with big V8s survive if they use their cars as a daily? Because if I'm honest, I wouldn't survive. Yo, actually, I would. I won't lie. If I have a 15 car garage, which I'm planning on having, I wouldn't survive. I would survive, actually. I would survive on some good old fashioned petrol. I'd have a 4.4 liter twin turbo V8. If I were to have 350 grand or 360 grand, what car would I actually get? I'd probably get like a Gen 1 Porsche, not a Gen 1 Porsche Cayenne, but a thingy. Maybe a Gen 1 X5M, the E70 generation X5M. I consider that the best looking X5M thus far. Second best, hands down, has to go to the Gen 3, the competition. The second gen, I'm sorry, it just looks a bit... it's based on the F15 X5. I'd say that generation... What is this one doing? That generation X5, hands down. It looks like another X5. You have to tell when you have to go really close to it that it's an X5M. The E70, at least you can be able to tell. Oh wait, look behind the mirrors. Oh, the mirrors. Oh, shout out. Oh, you can be able to tell from the thing is. You'll be able to tell from the thing. You'll be able to tell from this. You'll be able to tell from that. You'll be able to tell from. Oh wait, the diffuser. Oh, that's X5M diffuser right there. What did I just do now? Oh, nothing. I'm in the right lane. You'll be able to tell from the diffuser, you'll be able to tell from the front bumper, and you'll be able to tell from the general sound that is an X5M. Like, you'll be able to tell from a distance. But the X5M concept is pretty much the same. Like, if you look at an X5, you think of the M, you think of a big car with big wheel arches. It looks mega. It's got these M mirrors. It's got a 4.4 liter twin turbo V8. It's essentially an X5, just when taken to the M division, it looks and sounds and feels much better. Do a little thing. Shout out to this Taz in front of me. Overtook a whole line of traffic. But essentially that's what an X5M is. But cars like that, they're starting to become the trend now. Like, you look at SUVs now. I mean, you can get a baby SUV that's got performance. Let me give you an example. I'd say the baby SUV that's got performance right now, I wouldn't count the Corolla GR Cross, that one. I wouldn't, because it's sort of basically got the style of it. But the one I'd definitely count now, it'll be the GLA45S Tiguan-R. It'll be something in that lineup. It'll be the Tiguan-R, GLA45S, and RSQ3. SQ2 maybe like a light performance. It'll be like a S1 or something like that. You see what I mean? What are the points of them though? Essentially, it's a jacked up hatchback with some performance. Meaning, it's going to set you back a lot of money, it's going to set you back in terms of style, it's going to set you back in terms of substance, and it's going to set you back in terms of what it can do before you finally realize, oh wait, this is not a car that can do that. Because there's supposed to be 3 cars in one. Like when the concept of SUV started, it was take a car off-road. Then Range Rover and Lamborghini came up with the LM002 and the original Vogue with the concept of take a car off-road, but also for the days when you don't go off-road, make sure you can use the car. G-Wagon then brought it up. ML became the first one to create an official production performance SUV with the 55 AMG, which is basically take a car off-road, have fun with it on-road, but let's not cap, it can beat supercars. Now you get them everywhere. You get the ML63, GLE63, X5M competition, X3M competition, X2 M35i. Wait to see what the X1, GLA45S, GLB35, GLC63S, GLE63S, GLS63, G63. Am I missing something? No, not yet. Dodge Durango SRT Hellcat, etc, etc, etc. Audi RSQ8, even performance brands now, they're getting performance SUVs now. Like you look at Lamborghini, they made the LM002, they made some supercars. Now they've got the Urus, now they've just launched the Urus Performante. You got the Ferrari, never launched an SUV before. They've got the new Purosangue, named after a charity. That thing's still got a V12, 700 horsepower. BMW's got its M Performance SUV, so an SUV purposely built by the M division, which is called the XM. It's a hybrid. What they basically did was they've taken something that's similar to the original M1 and just brought it to fruition in the size of an SUV, which is basically a modern day concept. Particularly considering that it's a hybrid SUV with an engine. So essentially what it is an M5 or a supercar in which the engine from it will be taken out and put in an M5, which you'd rather still get than an XM, because Matt Watson tested that, road tested it, and as it turns out, it's not as feasible as an X6M. Plus, it's about how much more expensive? Plus, it's about, actually, I don't know. Look at it, about maybe about 4.8 million right in South Africa. You don't know. But that's where it'll be when it gets to South Africa eventually. Plus, that thing is not pretty. Well, it's not the prettiest looking. It's an acquired taste. Which reminds me, what is this fixation with big girls? Guys, now let's think of it like this. I know it's part of status, but originally the point of a grill was to cool down an engine. Now, as much as I understand the affiliation with it in China, it basically isn't necessary, because the parts that are grillified are essentially blocked off due to too much cooling. Oh, that's okay. Due to too much cooling, which kind of was the point of the engine, if you do say so myself. Make it aerodynamic, but still, why it sound like it's 4.4 liter with 6.2 liter cooling, and they've done it on pretty much every car. Hey, we in tough times, yeah. We in tough times. Speaking of, whatever you do, get a Valentine's Day. Don't get her pregnant. I wouldn't know it because I'm not the type to do that. But generally, if you do make love to someone on Valentine's Day, please be careful. People out there being crazy. People out there being shooting and stuff. I'm not going to say any more because that's where the lineup comes in. It comes in from that. It comes in from just basically ladies and gents wanting different things from each other without properly communicating it by each other. Like, for example, it's essentially the same thing where a lady wants money, a gent wants sex. But if they communicate it, at least it's fine. If they don't, you are in the running of a failure. It's a failure, like the failure management, if you get my drift. Now, I wouldn't say any more than that in terms of that subject. I'm inclined, but I'm not too inclined. I want to get something to eat because I'm hungry. But essentially, is that let me just tool and mind my business. Me, I know. By the way, another topic, looking for positions. Guys, if you're an executive, please, whatever you do, please hire those people who have the ambition. I mean, there are people who've got the qualifications, let's not cap, but do they know what to do the work? No, because they learned in a university that basically just tells them what to do. You basically read your stuff, you regurgitate it, and then boom, you've got your certificate. If that's a university, I would not want to do that. Luckily, I've been to a university where I've learned some stuff. But even still, they don't want me to graduate as fast as I'd have expected it to be. Because they are still in the process of teaching people that what they're going to do is they're going to take the knowledge and regurgitate it, right? No. Wrong. This person in front of me. How you reverse? You still ain't. Let me do like. I guess I have to park normally. I was like, nobody wants to reverse park. And the car just got put into gear. Hey, Maravele, why don't guys like that actually ever hire people like us? Because, okay, I wouldn't say people like us, but I'd say people like us. Because essentially that's the role. You have to hire somebody who looks like a certain amount of this. You have to hire this person because they've got this qualification. And even if you don't hire them. Well, it's been Car Talk. I'll talk to you some other time. Shout out.